Hello, friends. Welcome to this week's sketchbook tour. And every winter I spend in Canada gets a little bit easier, and we are already in March now. So we're pretty much at the end. We don't get our spring till like April or May, but still, it's very close. Got some new pages for you. I have uh, almost colored in this cabin, which is now going to be part of the comic as well as this one here. I'm going to color this black. These are my notes to remind me like what, because obviously it's completely out of order. So I'm putting notes. This goes here, this goes here. So when I scan them, I'll put them in the correct order. The cabin. Just want to give a special shout out to Casey last week. I had a really hard time with my coloring pencils and she reached out. I feel like she gets a shout out every week because she's my Patreon guardian angel. But I really felt like I ruined it with the pencil crayon, like you can see here. It just didn't blend well. I don't think it's the right paper. This is very, very fine, thin, very like non-toothy paper, so it doesn't really grab pencil crayons. It's even like, it would be smoother than copy paper. So she said, go over it again, stick with it, keep going, and then when you feel like you're done, keep going. So I'm not actually done, but this looks way better than it did last week. And maybe I'll cut, I don't think I have the video still of last week, but it'd be cool to show you the difference. It just looked really, I just thought it looked really bad after I colored it with the coloring pencils. And I was kind of sad because in my mind I had ruined these pages and they were unusable. But now I feel fine about them because I just kept going and I'm going to add some more detail too. So thank you, Casey. These pages too, same deal. I feel like I saved this, and this one I probably won't use, but these are all looking way better. Not completely finished yet. So this idea that here she is in the cabin in the morning. She has the same French press as me. See, look at that. It's the same one. And then she's there at night. It's supposed to be very peaceful. Reading. This is like vacation mode. All the things you do on vacation, just reading and like just sitting there looking at nothing, because you can do that. Though she does have a TV remote, but I don't know where the TV is. But anyways, I mean, maybe that could be like a stereo remote. That'd be cool. So there's a knock at the door. These are all papers I've had to put in to stop the pencil crayon and like the really dark black marker to transfer onto the other page. That's the downside of, remember I was really excited about doing like the full page spreads. That's the one thing you gotta watch, and there's actually things called page protectors that you can put in, but I'm just using random copy paper. And this turned out great. I love this because I use those colors again that I really love from the beginning. And so she's going on her forest journey. She got a little note to go to this X, and she's gonna pack. This book, this guide, I had to put in because I'm gonna include this page, this survival kit for the apocalypse, as in like it's in the book. Hi, Luna. My cat is here. She wants to come up onto my knees. Here you go. She wants to sit on my leg. And then I put Luna and Ben there, so because they're in the forest before, so they start following her at this point. And this is the same outfit that she's wearing when the journey begins. So, and like she has a couple changes of outfits in the forest, but this is like the first page. And so yeah, it's gonna show her going from the cabin to the waterfall, to the little cave, to the cabin, the other cabin, and the river, the Yoda hut, and then she'll end up at the end. And here's the ending. Oh my gosh. It's a big deal, you guys. So this page I also like because I got back to using the colors that I wanted to use. Like I went out and I bought the markers that I had run out of. So she falls down this hole in the forest. Obviously she doesn't see it at all. Goes through the same portal. Not the same portal because the first portal was underwater. But she goes through the same kind of portal that transferred her to the forest island in the first place, and she lands, sadly, back in her kitchen here, this kitchen. Unfortunately, I don't have the same markers that I used to color these doors, and I can't buy Copic markers individually in Montreal. I have to buy them on Amazon, so I just used a different color. I hope that doesn't mess people up too much, but and then the X is her home, so she's ended up back where she started. And the last few pages, I might actually do this scene as the last few pages. Like, it's going to be the first few pages, and then I'm going to repeat it, because she's home now, so she's going to do the same stuff she was doing before. And that's it. That's the end. And, like, I don't want to be, like, super bleak, because it's bleak times, but it's kind of like a commentary on... like, this, you can tell at the beginning, she's not very happy with where she is, right? So this is very peaceful, almost like when she's at the cabin, but this one here, which will be included, oh, can I find it? This one here, she's like not having a good time. So it's like this idea that, you know, like I did this a lot during the pandemic because I couldn't go anywhere, and I would just intensely, I have obviously very visual imagination, so I would just intensely daydream. I always kind of have done that, but like this was next level. It was like I was living in my daydreams and I preferred them over reality, which has always been a little bit like what I do, but this was like an extreme version, obviously, because of the lockdowns and the isolation and stuff. So she goes to these places and she's happy there, but at the end of the day, she's not really there and she has to come back to reality. So I thought it could be a commentary on maybe like maladaptive daydreaming, but also it can just be like a cute story. And I think like I'm not gonna inject my meaning behind it, because I think it'd be cool if someone just looked at this and it would be like, oh, I want to go to a forest like she is, you know, like it could be that too. So that's it. I colored this page black. This is going to be, say, chapter 2. I already have a little plan here for chapter 2. It's going to be like a similar adventure kind of thing with a little bit of like movement and stuff. That's going to go in there. I'm going to work on this until the end of the month. I want to get it all scanned, finished, and on my computer by April 1st. Let's see, like that's a little ambitious. And yeah, I'm going to make it into a zine. So I've already decided I'm just going to print these like 20 pages in the order that I want them. So I'm going to do some editing on the computer, and I'm going to make a little magazine of this forest that you can escape to, because I was like escaping to these pages. Like I would come here and I would look at this and be like, oh, so relaxing. So that's kind of what I want it to be. It's like a little escape. And the idea is like maybe when she goes home, she's living the same life without like the same level of despair that she was before, right? So anyways, that's it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're interested in the zine. I'm probably going to make 10 copies and that's it. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. So these are going to go in there too. And I love this one too, in the rain. But and she's wearing the same outfit. I tried to stay, continuity is hard, but I tried to stay with the continuity a little bit more. I was, you know, I kind of also, her hairstyle and stuff changes a lot, but I'm like, that's like what I do when I'm at home. I change my hair like every 5 minutes, so it kind of makes sense for me. All right, so thank you. That was a bit rambly, but thank you for watching, and I'm super excited about this. Like, I just really want to get to a point now where I just print it out and I can hold it in my hands. I know it's here, but I want it in the correct order on glossy pages, because these pages are super fragile, and I'm a little concerned all the time that I'm not going to be able to, like, that I'm going to rip them. Like, I already had an accident with one of them where I removed the washi tape and it like ripped the page up, so I had to like reinforce it with washi tape here, which is not a huge deal, but it's only like 3 months into the year. So all right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really beautiful weekend, and if it's not the weekend for you, I hope you have a nice day.